Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh, and a very good evening to all ladies and gentlemen who are participating for today's forum. I am Ms. Hannan, Professor of majoring in Sports Science, will be your moderator as of today. So today's forum will be entitled as Who is the Next Iconic Athlete? So I want to make a declaration before we begin. Today's forum will be slightly different. So today's forum will be divided into two teams, Teams A and Teams B. Each team will be assisted by two panels, where Team A will be assisted by first panel and second panel, followed by third panel and fourth panel in Team B. So each team will be voicing out their own personal preferences on who is their chosen next iconic athletes. So I will be introducing our four panels who are participating today. So as for the first panel, we have Ms. Hebi Swarovski as businesswoman. Second panel, we have Ms. Primrose as Minister of Education. Third panel, we have Ms. Lawrence as professional coach of national netball team in Malaysia. And fourth panel, we have Ms. Mahira American as Minister of Youth and Sport. So without further ado, let's begin with Team A as the first speaker, Ms. Hebi Swarovski as a businesswoman. Ms. Hebi, I would like to ask you, who is your chosen next iconic athlete, and could you enlighten us with some of these particular athletes' background and achievement?
Thank you, Ms. Moderator. So before I go to my point, I would like to tell you guys about what is football. Actually, football is said to be an unpredictable game. By the way, this game gives us some priceless life lessons on hard work, discipline, and teamwork. Okay, so yeah, we are going to talk about one of the Malaysian professional footballer who plays as a striker for Belgian club KB Kotrich, and also Malaysia 23 under 23 team. Okay, who is he? His full name is Luqman Hakim Shamsuddin. He born on 5th of March 2002. So this year he is 19 years old. I'm so excited because he is from Kota Baru, Kelantan. By the way, his height is 170 centimeter. That's his biography. So we proceed to his career. On 2014 and 2015, he under NFDP. What is NFDP? NFDP is National Football Program Development Program of Malaysia. Next, on 2015 until 2019, he under Mokhtar Dahari Academy. And let's start from last year until now, he under Kevin Kotrich. He was named in Goal Malaysia's NXGN 2020 list as one of the country's biggest talent. And by the way, on 2017 and 2018, he is player for Malaysia under 16. And 2019, he player for Malaysia under 19 team, and also Malaysia under 23 team. He started to become famous when he was confirmed signed a 5-year deal with Belgian First Division under Kevin Kotrich, which is a club owned by Malaysian businessman Vincent Tan. Hakim was presented as a Kotrich player on 13 August 2020 and trained with the under 21 side for the first 3 weeks. On 24 October 2020, Luqman was selected for the first team against Anderlecht, and he made his league debut after coming on as a substitute in the 74th minute. That's all from me.
Thank you to Ms. Hebi Swarovski for the enlightenment. What a mysterious, promising teenager we have here, named Muhammad Luqman Hakim. What a spectacular career he had, that at such a young age, he had already signed a 5-year deal contract with Belgium football team. Let us see what our second panel, Ms. Primrose, have to say about this young, promising teenager.
Thank you to Ms. Hannan. As you already know, Luqman already started his international career. Luqman has represented Malaysia at all youth level from under 16 side to the under 23 side. He was part of the national team for the 2018 AFC U16 Championship that took place in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. On 20 September 2018, he made an emphatic start to the AFC U16 Championship with a 6-2 win over Tajikistan. In that match, he scored 4 goals. Luqman also assisted Najmuddin Akmal goal in the opening group stage match. He played every minute of Malaysia's campaign at the tournament, which saw them eliminated at the group stage. He later moved up to the under-90 squad for the 2019 AFF U19 Youth Championship in the Vietnam. Luqman played a large role in the Malaysia under-90s progression to the semi-finals. He scored 4 goals in 5 appearances during the matches. He played in the final against Australia, which Malaysia lost 1-0. On 2nd November 2019, Luqman was named in the 20-man Malaysia squad for the 2019 SEA Games. Despite his career, he also received many grand honours such as AFF U19 Youth Championship and runner-up in 2019 and AFC U16 Championship top goal scorer in 2018.
Thank you, Ms. Primrose, for the enlightenment. I have one word to describe this young promising talent. Spectacular. What a spectacular teenager. I believe there is a definite reason why do you choose this athlete to be your next iconic athlete. Could you give us some reason why do you choose Muhammad Luqman Hakim?
Okay, so why do I think that he can be the next iconic athlete in Malaysia? Because he's still at his young age. So with more training, with more hard work and patience, he could be more successful in the future.
I agree with that. Thank you, Ms. Primrose. At such a young age, you have already achieved many honor awards and participates in lots of championships. And not just that, he had already been recognized as a top goal scorer throughout the world at such a young age. This is definitely something our country should be proud of. So moving on with Team B, with the first speaker, Ms. Lawrence, as professional coach of national netball team in Malaysia. Ms. Lawrence, could you tell us who is your next iconic athlete, and could you give us some information about his background and achievement?
Okay, so me and my friend Mahira American, a representative from the Ministry of Youth and Sport, we have chosen Muhammad Azim Muhammad Fahmi as our iconic athlete. So first of all, his full name is Muhammad Azim bin Muhammad Fahmi. Azim is actually quite young. He is currently 17 years old right now. He was born on 29th of April 2004 in Teluk Intan, Perak. And another thing is he is an athlete in track and field sports, specifically running in a relay race. So how did Azim suddenly get recognized throughout Malaysia? Is because once he participated in MSSM, which is Majlis Sukan Sekolah Malaysia, in 2019, he managed to break the record for the fastest teen in the world below 16 category in 2019. At that time, his record was 21.24 seconds in a 200-meter relay race, which is actually pretty impressive. A representative from ATFF, which is Kesatuan Statistik Balapan dan Padang, Jad Adrian Washin, also stated that Azim's achievement is one of a kind throughout the time in the whole entire world. His record at MSSM during that time, which is the 21.24 seconds in 200-meter relay race, ultimately placed him at the best place for below 16 category and third place for 14 years old category. His age at that time was 14 years, 360 days. Another remarkable achievement that he managed to achieve is he managed to win gold medal at 14th SEA Youth Athletic Championships in Philippines back in 2019 with a new record, 10.69 seconds for 100-meter relay race. Previously, that was held by a Thailand runner with 10.98 seconds. Another remarkable achievement, he managed to win gold medal at Thailand Sports School Games back in 2019 for 100 meter category with a record of 10.7 seconds. Despite his young age, which is 17 years old, he managed to place himself in the current world ranking positions for running. His overall ranking in the world is 4,648, which is in men's 100 meter, he placed at 655th place. And for men's 200 meter, he managed to place himself at 262th place. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lawrence, for the enlightenment. Muhammad Azim, such a mysterious teenager, at such a young age, he has already rose fame throughout the world and across the country. And at the age only 17 years old, to be recognized as Usain Bolt in Malaysia and fastest in throughout the world is something normal people can't do. It requires best effort and hard work. So this is where the curiosity kicks in. Could there really be in our country, Malaysia, have such a young genius prodigy? Let this be convinced by our fourth panel, Ms. Mahirah American of Minister of Youth and Sport.
First of all, thank you for the moderator. From his background, Muhammad Azim was a Form 5 student of SMK Gunung Rapat in Ipoh, Perak. Then, he met Hexton at National School Sports Council MSSM Athletics Championship in Johor Bahru. He was fourth child among 5 siblings. His parents' name was Muhammad Fahmi Tajweed and Nur Azah Ibrahim. As we all know, he comes from a family with a keen interest in sport. His father, 50 years old, who works as a co-curriculum supervisor with Bagan Datuk District Education Office, used to be a hurdler back in 80s. He was delighted with his efforts and thanked his coach, which are Muhammad Amir Izwan, Muhammad Hazwan Zainal Abidin, and K. Gokulavana. Beside that, Azim idolized Canadian sprinter Andre De Grace clearly has his feet on the ground as he does not want his newfound success to get to his head and make him complacent. Last but not least, although he talented in sports, he also wants to be success in academic as his ambition to become a teacher. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you to Ms. Mahirah American for the enlightenment. I'm impressed. Muhammad Azim is a top-notch both in his career, sports and academic. He excelled both in sports and academic, and this is very rare to be found in athletic industry. I'm impressed that this young, ordinary teenager has come from a family who are keen in sport. So ultimately, he can receive full support and encouragement from his family. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have come to the end part of our forum. Before we close this forum today, I would like to share my own resolution to my country, Malaysia. So I hope these two young promising talent and young prodigy, both Muhammad Azim and Muhammad Lokman Hakim, can strive more success in the future alongside bringing our country's name across the world. And I do hope too that our country can produce more prodigy that can represent our country in the future. So finally, I would like to say thanks to all panels who are participating today for the interesting and informative talk. And not to forget, thanks to all audiences who are actively participating. Last but not least, who is the next chosen iconic athlete? Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.